What's going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? The ACMJS Gamer here. Today we have some news regarding Crimson Desert. From the Game Developers Conference, also known as GDC, they took us on a little ride regarding their engine that they're using to build this game. They unveiled the believable, hyper-realistic graphics of the Black Space engine that is at the heart of the upcoming Crimson Desert game. Debuting late 2025, it will showcase high-end visual fidelity thanks to the proprietary game engine. The developer said in the demo during the Game Developers Conference the graphics look pretty extraordinary when highlighted from certain perspectives. The company developed its own engine to achieve the aspects it considers important in games, such as intense and dynamic action, realistic graphics, and detailed open worlds. The engine demo build is not the same as the game build itself. The development team aims to meet high visual standards and create a high-quality game focused on delivering realism and intricately detailed worlds. Ultimately, Pearl Abyss is developing with the goal of immersing players in a visually stunning world and providing an enjoyable gaming experience powered by the Black Space engine. From the beginning, the engine was designed to create highly detailed worlds that offer deep player immersion and to support features such as multi-platform support. The demo started out on a perch of a floating structure high above the world of Crimson Desert. I could see for many miles in just about any direction, and then my character jumped off the ledge and began floating downward. We've seen this before in one of the several trailers that they've released. We know exactly what this looks like. But it also has hyper-realism in terms of the interactivity. The development team put up a lot of time and focus into things like draw distance, seamless loading, and distance rendering. As the dev pointed out, I could see that the terrain in the center of the image was clear, but the ground detail around the edges was more fuzzy. I didn't even notice that at first. There are global systems like weather and like time of day that are consistent across the entire map, so there isn't a singular instance where part of the world or like a global system is not affecting part of the world. So they're basically saying that all of the elements that they're putting in the game, they have certain systems that don't just affect a specific region of the game while it's loaded. These systems that are globally initiated, I guess you would say, affect all of the regions all of the time, which is kind of cool. So all this sprawling landscape that you see are not background images. They're all places you can actually go to as your character in the game. Crafted with an emphasis on rendering and seamless loading, the world heightens immersion by optimizing draw distance and ensures smooth gameplay. Especially during high-speed skydiving, players can experience immersive sensations reminiscent of real-world dynamics. Crimson Desert also offers compelling characters and device stories combined with the intense action-packed gameplay. Pearl Abyss is dedicated to providing a top-tier gaming experience designed to captivate a global audience. In the game, you can travel across Pywell with a variety of mobility options at players' disposal. Walk, climb, ride mounts, glide through the air, and even skydive to explore its vast landscapes for a unique and breathtaking experience. Ride flying mounts, soaring above the world, and taking in stunning views from high above. Further immersion is realized through real-time changing environments and weather changes, including temperature changes. Very interesting. While the environment is massive, the game and combat system is very tactical as well. Players can combine various elements such as cliff, sword and shield, bow, and even scavenge weapons dropped by enemies to create combos and experience gripping gameplay. It delivers intense and dynamic combat that captures the authenticity of battles. The game's combat is designed to convey the weight and impact of hits, providing an almost visceral experience when characters are attacked and attacking. The engine enhances combat through intricate details including weight and feel of attacks, physical effects, detailed action, and visuals. Physics are rendered with realism, such as the varying levels of debris across according to the force applied to objects. Realistic interactions are showcased as enemies collide during combat, for example into sharp barricades and taking damage or even with each other, inflicting damage and affecting others during combat. The dev fired a bunch of flaming objects at a gate, and the gate started to burn, and that made it easy to destroy the gate into pieces. Destroy the gate, basically demolish it into pieces with more force. They have cloth and hair simulation, and the natural movement of trees and grass in the wind, along with cloth fluttering on village lines, and are depicted with realism. I think. Oh no. Let's see. This allows cloud. Yeah, they have clouds that are moving in real time that coordinate with everything else. And then the last thing was cloth simulation looks great in the demo with a bunch of banners flapping in the wind. When you see a rider's cloak collide with a horse's body, the resulting effects looks natural thanks to the physics that govern the collision. This attention to detail matters, Dev said, because small errors can completely ruin the sense of immersion in a game. That was very well said. That was a lot of information I just threw at you. To basically sum it all up, they're trying to create the best game possible, and they're trying to make it look hyper-realistic. They're trying to make it seamless. They're trying to add real-world elements to the game to make you feel like you are there in the environment. They have the clouds, and the weather is a real-time thing. They want you to feel the weight behind the weapons. You can pick them up. You can do different combos and stuff with your sword and your shield. I wonder if they're going to pull a Dark Souls and allow you to use 2 shields for some reason, or even wield a sword and a dagger, or a sword and a sword. Would also be interesting if you can do it. I'm not entirely sure if we can or not, because we haven't seen anybody experiment with that with the game yet. So we will see. But as I did note earlier, right here it says debuting late 2025. Now that could mean typically anywhere from October to December. And with that being said, we still have Death Stranding 2 comes out in June. Around that same time, June, July, is when we have Summer Games Fest, which means more games will more than likely be announced, or games that are already announced will have their release dates announced for next year or later this year. And we also have Metal Gear Snake Eater, which comes out in August. So, in terms of the summer lineup, there's 2 games that I'm very interested in, those 2 games. But the winter lineup is clear. There's nothing coming out this year that I'm excited for that has yet to be announced for the winter, except for this game, which potentially might come out in October, November, or December. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys hopefully in a new video upcoming soon. I've been posting a lot over on Substack. There will be a link in the comments down below to that blog post that I've been sharing a lot of my Assassin's Creed updates on. I am currently working on a Shadows final review, and I'm still also working on Kingdom Come, because these are both games that take up a lot of time to finish, and I have yet to finish either one. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.